Hi everyone, welcome back to Novelsnook. If you're new here, my name is Victoria, and for today's video I will be talking about popular book series that I haven't read. I'm not saying that I'm never gonna read these series. Well, I can't say that. There are some that I probably will read eventually. I'm just saying that I haven't read these yet. But there are also some that I have no interest in reading them. So I'm sorry if you're a big fan and a part of these wonderful fandoms, and I like that. I appreciate all of these series and I think they're wonderful. It's just I'm not into it, so I don't want anyone to feel offended if, you know, I mention one of your favorite series, because trust me, I know what that's like. But second, I would like to say that I just don't like to read series in general. So if you're wondering like why there's so many series that I'm talking about, it's really just because I don't like reading series, because I've said this in a previous video and probably will continue to say this for the rest of my life. Endings to me are the best part of a book. When I have to read 50 frickin' books to find the ending that I'm looking for, I just really don't like it. And I love reading one book and moving on to the next book, because that just is really something I'm more into than reading a series. But there are a few series that I have read that I have enjoyed, so I don't want to bash on series, because I do think that they're wonderful, and that especially when you're really in love with a fandom and they just keep making books and keep making the characters develop into amazing creations, yes, that's phenomenal. And I know that some of the series that I'm going to talk about today, you know, some of people's love, and I completely understand that, and I just wanted to put that out there that I just don't read series in general. So if I haven't read the series, it's probably just because I'm not in the mood to read 6 books of a series, because I would much rather read a very good standalone, one really awesome epic story in one book. That's just kind of who I am as a reader. I just really prefer that over series. Let's get into the video. I think I should start with the number one talked about series that I have not read, and I will kind of share my reasonings with why I haven't read these and kind of really spill some tea for y'all, because that's what we love to do here on YouTube, is expose things. The number one book series that I have not read, which people will come after me, and the members of our Novelsnook team have come after me, and I think it's already been mentioned, maybe in our TMI tag. I think we might have said something like this. I have not read Harry Potter. I also have no desire to read Harry Potter. The thing is that I've seen probably 1 or 2 movies. I like the concept. Daniel Radcliffe is probably one of my favorite human beings. He's so cool. But I haven't watched the movies. I haven't read the books. I will tell you right now why I don't read series. The movies ruin it for me. There, I said it. Yep, exposing myself here. I watch the movies, and I would rather watch the movies that are there. How many Harry Potter movies are there? I don't know. I don't know how many books there are either, but I do know that I would rather watch the movies. On some level of that, it's not that I would rather watch the movies. Actually, I take that back. It's not that I want to watch the movies than the books, but it's that if I already have watched the movies, I just have no desire to read the books. And that's my fault, and kind of me to blame that I watched the movies first, because I would much rather read the books and watch the characters come to life. I love that. I find it fascinating. I love when I get to read books and then I get to watch the movies. Sometimes I'm even disappointed with the movies, because I've developed such a strong image of what this is, like the BFG. The BFG was one of my favorite books growing up. And when they finally made it into a film, I was very surprised in how it came to life. And I love that. I love seeing books that I have read come to life and seeing those characters, that plot really get made into something awesome. However, if I have already seen the movies and not read the books, I just don't want to read the books now. I think maybe it's because I like to develop the characters for myself. I like to see who they are, what they do, where they've been, and what's their story in the books. And then I like to see it, and I want to see the take on what they did. What did they do with that story? And kind of what's different? What did I envision that isn't in the movie? And what did I envision that is the same? However, if I watch the movies, I already have that image, and I already have that picture for the book, so I'm not really imagining anything new. Which I love that with books, that's what you're doing, is you're using your creative side, you're using that imagination to really bring the story to life within your head, you know, when reading it. I just think that movies ruin it for me, like Harry Potter, but I do want to read them sometime. I think I do. I think I really want to dive into the Harry Potter books, but it's because I haven't seen all the movies. But like Divergent, Twilight, and The Hunger Games, I've seen all of those movies. I've seen the films. Some I liked, some I won't, but I won't dive into that now. Some I really liked, some I just have no interest in. But I've seen them, and I have no interest in reading the books. None whatsoever. And I think it's because I watched the movies first. Maybe I shouldn't. I think from now on, if something comes out, I need to read the books. See, like, To All the Boys I Loved Before came out on Netflix, and I watched it. But I didn't read the books, and I don't want to read the books now because I've seen it. So I think, I seriously think that popular book series that I haven't read is caused from the movies. And I don't know why that is for me. It's definitely, I know it's a personal preference and what I think and what I enjoy. And I just know that if I watch the movies, I have no desire to read the books, which is sad. As a reader, it is sad because I want to read all of the books. I want to read every single book that has ever been created, but I know that I won't. There are some, like, okay, so the Shatter Me series by Tara Mafi, I haven't read it yet, but I want to read it. But that's because there's no movies. I haven't seen a movie about the Shatter Me series. So I want to read it. I really want to read that. And that's why it's taken me, you know, that's kind of why I want to read The Secrets of Nicholas, the Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel series by Michael Scott. Why I want to read it so badly is because I want to see what happens to the characters, because there's no movies. So it's like, do I read series and enjoy them because there's no movies? And I think I don't read series because there are movies and I have seen them. So like, I don't know what to do. I think I'm in a dilemma. Like, I think I'm literally like in this headspace where like I can't read a book if I've seen the movie, which sucks. Okay, so like for an example, this isn't a series, but I read The Fault in Our Stars first. Loved it. Loved The Fault in Our Stars. Then I watched the movie and I was so excited. I can't even think of anything. But like, you know, for example, Twilight. Like, I've watched the movies and great. They were okay. They're not my favorite, but I do like them. But I don't want to read the books. And I think it might be just because I know the premise and I know everything. Because one thing that I love more than endings of a book is the surprises and what's coming next, what's something that I didn't see coming, and where's the character's journey going. But if I've seen the movies, I know where their journey is going. So I think that's why I just end up not reading book series. But like, I get it. I get why people are so in love with series and why there's such a huge fandom for things like Harry Potter and, you know, other things. Like, example, the Shatter Me series, no, Shadowhunters. That TV show came out, oh my gosh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And that made me want to read. That made me want to read the books. So like, I don't even know. It makes me really sad because there are so many popular book series that I haven't read and that I would love to. I would love to be a part of those, you know, fandoms and stuff, but it's just like, I can't bring myself to read them. Is it because there's too many? Is it because I just don't want to? Is it because I already know the storyline? Like I'm not sure. It's just something in my head that clicks like, okay, I've seen the movies, like I don't need to read the books. For other series, it's like, okay, I've read this series now, I need a movie. I don't know. Do other people feel the same way, or am I alone in this? Which is fine. I know this is definitely like a personal, you know, preference. It's all personal preference. Reading is definitely all about personal preference. And I know there are people who, but there are people who just won't read Harry Potter because they don't like wizards. Like that's just that. There are people that won't read Twilight because they don't like vampires. Like that's why, but like I love that stuff. I love vampires. I love all the supernatural elements. I love mythical fantasy, all that kind of stuff. So why don't I read it? Is it because of the movies? Can we blame the movies? I think we can. I think I've said it here that I'm blaming the movies for I'm putting blame for not reading book series. But I don't know. Maybe I'll read a book series. I don't even want to. I don't even want to read any of them. If you think I should, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if there is one book series that I mentioned here that I definitely need to read. Harry Potter, the Shatter Me series, Divergent, The Hunger Games, Twilight. I'm sure there's more. If there's a series that I didn't mention, let me know in the comments below, because I probably haven't read it. I read the Match series by Ali Condi. Loved it. I want to see a movie for that. If there was a movie and I watched it first, would I have read the series? I don't know if I would have, which would have sucked because I love those books. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I know it was really quite different, but I've seen it go around on YouTube, so I wanted to join in. Big thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know in the comments below. I would love to see your guys' thoughts on this, and definitely what you guys think. Is there a series that I definitely should read? I'm going for Harry Potter and the Shatter Me series. Those are my ones that I'm leaning more towards, and I might read them. I might. Maybe. I don't know. And I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I will see you guys next week with another book-related video. Bye. It's like a freaking pelican outside my window.